has really been flying by recently. Earlier in like January and February and March, it felt like a real slog. It was going super duper slow, but ever since April and May, all throughout June and July, it's just been going by at like light speed, you know? Like in the blink of an eye, we are already halfway through 2025. Like, what? Holy cow, I can barely believe it, guys, but it is indeed true. Part of the reason why this middle part of the year goes by so freaking fast is because we're all on summer vacation, baby. And that part always goes by so fast because, you know, time flies when you're having fun. And all of us have been having so much fun this summer. I know I did. I went on a family trip to Chicago, and I just spent a lot of time at home writing, drawing, playing video games, doing all the things I love with the people I love, and yeah. But at the end of the day, summer has to be over at some point, and we all have to return back to the most terrible place itself, school. So in order to commemorate back to school this year, I'm going to be drawing 3 little schoolgirls in my cute cartoony art style. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please stay tuned and stick around. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Usually I like to post all of my drawings before I post the video because I do take a while to make the videos. Because of that, I like to post all my drawings as soon as I'm done drawing them, so all of my people who look at my community tab can see them immediately. I posted all these drawings on there to see what people thought, and Ray immediately busted me because it is indeed true. All these designs are based on strawberry shortcake designs. So yeah, when I was a kid, strawberry shortcake was like a huge inspiration for me and my art especially. I always loved watching the TV show so much, and I loved all the characters. I thought they were super duper fun and cute and silly, and yeah. And my mom would always buy me like strawberry shortcake coloring books and stuff, so I would color in those and I would try and replicate the art style, but didn't really turn out successful all the time. I'll put some pictures on here, but like I have a whole entire notebook of just me trying to draw strawberry shortcake characters. Kind of insane. I'll talk more about that when I get more subscribers, so I can do like a huge shout out to strawberry shortcake childhood nostalgia video. But as of right now, let's just continue on talking about the actual character designs themselves. So yeah, basically this first one right here is based on strawberry shortcake herself, and as you can see right here, we have our beautiful girl. She has this nice tan colored skin and beautiful red hair and amazingly green eyes. So yeah, also a few freckles here and there, some rosy cheeks, a nice grin on her face, and very thick bushy black eyebrows. Very cool. But basically, strawberry shortcake has been around for a really long time. I think it first came out in 1977 as like greeting cards and stuff like that, but it's evolved a lot over the ages. Strawberry shortcake used to have more of like a reddish orange colored hairstyle, but nowadays she has more of this like pinkish reddish colored hairstyle, which is the one that I know her the most for, because the one that I watched, the TV show, was Berry Bitty Adventures, I think, because I grew up during that era. So the TV show that I watched was from like 2010 to 2015, you know? It was that one, not the original one. So I have not seen the original. Sorry guys, but that's the one that I saw. It's better than the new one, which came out in like 2021, which is just complete, like, what the heck is this? I don't even know. But yeah, this is our girl, Strawberry Shortcake. She looks very cute. Usually she wears like a white or pinkish colored outfit, but I actually drew her in this right here. It's a very classy and formal look, perfect for an academic schoolgirl, you know? Looks very intelligent and smart. She has basically like a dark navy blue blazer or like suit jacket, you know, with some white trim on the edges, and she also has like a white button-down shirt underneath. but also a gray sweater and a really interesting, very floofy and ruffly yellow skirt. And she also has purple shoes with yellow ribbons, and she has a yellow ribbon or bow in her hair. In my drawing, I kind of made her look a little bit evil, but I didn't really mean to. Strawberry Shortcake's definitely not an evil character by any means. She's usually very, very kind and sweet and nice to everyone, you know, but I feel like, especially compared to some of the other characters, she's also just very, very brave and adventurous sometimes, and she's always willing to stand up for what is right, you know, so I feel like of any of the girls, she'd be the one to stand up against classroom bullying and all of that great stuff, which definitely occurs a lot during school and all of that. I added some nice earrings and stuff, gave her some cute little touches. I made her have some sort of like purple eyeshadow. You can't really see because I like to make it very, very light and subtle, but it's definitely there. Once again, I gave her a light spray of blush, gave her some nice highlights and stuff, and one of the cool little details that I added was I just stuck a little pencil behind her ear, you know, because I feel like she'd be the type to just have one sitting there in case she needed it for anything, you know? But yeah, that is Strawberry Shortcake as a cute little schoolgirl. I think she looks very, very adorable in my cute cartoony art style. But next we're going to be moving on to one of her friends, who is Blueberry Muffin. I always thought it was pretty cute how the first names and last names combine to make like one type of dessert, you know? So like Strawberry Shortcake, Blueberry Muffin, Lemon Meringue, Huckleberry Pie, all of that great stuff. I love how their names like are combined, you know? But this is Blueberry. Blueberry is very, very calm and zen. She's sort of like the bookish one of the group. She has like a bookshop, you know, and all that great stuff. Pretty nerdy and geeky, but also just very, very smart and sophisticated. So I drew her in a little bit more of like an elegant outfit, you know? Instead of having the nice, fluffy, ruffly skirts like Strawberry Shortcake, she has much more of like a sharp, sleek look, you know? Very, very like slender and smoothed down. And I did nice purple because she has purple as one of her accent colors, which looks very, very nice and goes pretty well with her blue. I did a purple jacket with some white polka dots and stuff, and I did a nice lacy shirt underneath. So yeah, I also did some purple little earrings, and of course, we could never forget about her iconic little headband and stuff. So yeah, usually they have their fruit on their persona, you know, like on her little headband she has a blueberry, and then on Strawberry Shortcake's bow she had a strawberry, but I low-key kind of removed all the fruit motifs from my characters just to make them look more like little schoolgirls, you know, but obviously I had to keep all the other stuff like the iconic blue hair. As you'll probably know, I love drawing characters with dyed hair because I just think it makes them look so interesting and unique. Like, why would you draw someone with blonde or brown hair when you could really just have blue or green hair, you know? Like, that's so much more fun and interesting. Same thing with eyes. Like, you can draw whatever color eyes you want. You don't have to have blue or green or brown eyes. You could have pink eyes or orange eyes for all I care. It could be anything you want. So yeah, I love to experiment with different colors in my designs. I think it makes them look really cool. I'm especially fond of blue-haired characters because some of my favorite OCs from my fantasy story, Crow and his sister Raven, they both have blue hair. Some of my other OCs as well have blue hair. Y'all haven't met them yet, but others like Chelsea and Azriel and all of them, they all have blue hair as well. And I guess Novice and Nautica sort of have blue hair to an extent. Theirs is more of like a teal/turquoise color, but I think it still applies, you know? I love my blue-haired babes. Like, what can I say? So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to draw some more blue-haired babes in the future, like Evie and Uma from Descendants. If you have any more blue-haired characters, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to check them out. And yeah, but anyways, I think she looks very cute and adorable. One of my favorite things on her whole entire outfit is these amazing little shoes down here. If you can't see, they're so cute and adorable. It's like the base of the shoe is blue, sort of like her hair, but a little bit more of like a light color, like a sky blue as opposed to like a deep dark blue, you know? And she has that same color purple, and she has like cat shoes, Her shoes have little faces on them and little meow muzzles and little cat ears, and they're just so adorable, you know? And I think it matches perfectly with her jacket and hair and the whole entire rest of her outfit, making a very cute schoolgirl ensemble. I imagine that she would be like the very quiet kid, you know, who usually just like sits in the back of class and sticks to herself, but usually manages to get pretty good grades, you know? So she always gets like A+ and all that great stuff. And people are always wanting her to be on their project team so that she can do all the work and they can get a good grade. And people are always asking her for help with their homework or tutoring or advice studying for the test and all of that great stuff. And although she gets pretty flustered and embarrassed by all of this, she is a people pleaser at heart, so she always wants to try to help these people, even though they're like extremely annoying. I can relate on like a whole new level. I always make study guides for my grade level, and they're always like, Sydney, please send us your study guide. I'm like, guys, I'm busy right now. Please leave me alone. But because I don't want to make anyone mad, I'm like, okay, here you go. And then I just send them my study guide, but literally school life for real. And yeah, anyways, now we're moving on to the last character for this video because sadly I only drew 3 this time. Usually I draw 4, but oh well, what can I say, you know? If you want me to draw more Strawberry Shortcake characters as cute schoolgirls, then let me know in the comments down below. But the last one for today is Lemon Meringue. She is right here. Lemon Meringue actually owns the like beauty shop, so she has like the parlor, spa, salon type place where you can go and get your hair done and all that great stuff. Very cool. It's just like a nice little place to chill and hang out and all that great stuff. And Raspberry also owns some like fashion related stuff. I think she has like the Berry Bitty Boutique or whatever, where you can get like the new latest fashion trendy clothes and stuff. So since both of them are into like the fashion industry in different ways, how Lemon does stuff with like your hair and Raspberry does stuff with clothes, I imagine they'd be really good friends and they would get along pretty well because of their common interests and stuff. But Lemon just has a really cute character design. I love her hair. It comes in like multiple layers, so she has like the back layer of hair, and then she has like the layer of braids with like tiny little bows, and then she also has like a nice bow up on top of her hair, and she has like her bangs coming down on the front. Her hair is more of like a yellow, sort of to match with the whole citrusy lemony theme in the actual thing, but I made her hair a little bit more like light and natural in this one, just so that she has some sort of semblance of real life, you know, as opposed to the other two who have completely dyed hair. That's why, like, I don't know if y'all have noticed yet, but usually when I draw characters with dyed hair, I like to make their eyebrows black. I don't know why. I think it just does a nice contrast, and it also just shows like they have dyed hair, you know? So her eyebrows are like a darker version of her actual hair color, but their eyebrows are black. So yeah, I just think it's a pretty cool detail to add if you want to have like a nice little subtle hint that this character has dyed hair and this is not in fact their natural hair color. But anyways, Lemon is pretty cool. She's very bright and bubbly, being the sunshiny character and the one that has all the positive and optimistic vibes, but she can also be a little bit of a drama queen at times, just low-key, let's be real here. So yeah, I think she's very cute and adorable. I think she's my favorite in terms of like actual character design. I just love her like blonde hair, and I love like her hairstyle in general, being like the multiple layers and the braids and stuff. I think out of all the characters though, in terms of like personality, I actually think Plum might be one of my favorite in terms of personality. I think she's just a pretty like girl boss character. And yeah, I don't really know. I love all of them so much. I wish I could watch the thing, but I'm pretty sure it got removed from Netflix, sadly. Low-key crying in sadness. Like, all of my childhood just got deleted from Netflix. But yeah, anyways, I think she's pretty cute. I drew her in like this lighter warm gray type sweater short like parka type thing, you know, and she also has like a white blouse underneath, and she has some plaid. I love drawing plaid skirts and stuff, but she has this nice flowing plaid skirt, nice like blue colors and stuff. It's like a sky blue base with like some darker navy blue stripes going across and all of that. She has these blue Converses and green bows, pink earrings, and also a nice pink belt. So yeah, I think she has pretty cool style and stuff. I feel like she'd be the type to be like a cheerleader, you know, sort of like the popular girl. And you know, lots of cheerleaders are like really mean and snobby and very rude and arrogant and all that, but I feel like Lemon would be one of those really rare, like kind, genuine, sweet cheerleaders, you know. So yeah, very nice. She would be like the captain of the cheer squad, you know, and she would always have like the cutest little outfits and stuff and the best hair. She'd probably be voted for like prom queen or homecoming queen, you know. So yeah, she would definitely be a popular girl at school, but she would be the sweet kind of popular, like popular for all the right reasons, you know. So yeah, I think she looks very cute and adorable, and here are all of them together. They make a nice little cute family unit. If you want me to draw some of the other ones like plum and orange and raspberry, comment down below and I might draw them as cute Schoolgirls, but I don't know, it just depends, because I feel like lots of people have already started school at this point. Like, I go back on Wednesday. It's Saturday right now, so I have like 3 more days. God save me. Excuse me, what was that? Anyways, a lot of people I know have already started school. Some people I know went to school as early as July 31st. Like, heaven forbid, going to school in July should just be illegal, you know, like low-key, like, oh my god, I could not imagine. But anyways, let me know, have you started back at school yet? And do you enjoy going to school, or do you absolutely hate it with every fiber of your being like how I do, and all that great stuff? But let me know which one was your favorite in the comments down below. My strawberry shortcake schoolgirl, my blueberry muffin schoolgirl, or my lemon meringue schoolgirl. And yeah, anyways, I hope you all guys all had an amazing time watching this video, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, because it always helps me out so much when you do, and I really appreciate it. It helps you all to stay tuned and get notified every single time that I post a new video, which is actually very frequently, because I, unlike most other YouTubers, upload videos very frequently. I upload a long form video multiple times every single week, and I upload a short form video multiple times every single day. So no matter what, I can almost guarantee you that you will always have something fun and interesting to watch, and you will never be bored. But yeah, if you want to go support me even further, then you can go click my links in the description box down below. This will take you to my other social media accounts, such as my Instagram account, Pinterest account, Roblox account, NaNoWriMo account, Unveil account, Artify account, and all of that great stuff. It would mean so much to me if you became my friend on one of those platforms, because I currently do not have many friends on either of those. So yeah, but anyways, if food is more up your alley, you can go subscribe to my Instagram Grubs account, where I post new food pics every few days or so. That is a very cool place to be. And yeah, thank you so much to this artist up here on screen for drawing me fan art. I'm not exactly sure who it's going to be yet, but I think it's going to be Haven's Corner. I'll have a link to her channel down below, but I am always so grateful when y'all draw fan art for me. It always makes me so happy and lights up my whole day. So yeah, thank you so much, Haven. It looks great, and keep on going. Keep up the good work, girl. Anyways, I hope you all guys all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye, eat more waffles, and peace out, Girl Scout. Have fun at school.